astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your daily forecast for the day of Sunday, September 17th, 2017. Now this is the first day I'm going to be using the charts here. So let me know what you think, and let me know what you like, and if there's anything you want me to change as I move forward doing this kind of thing. As you can see, this chart here is for September 17th, Sunday, which is today, 8:21 a.m., which was about 2 hours ago, in Salt Lake City. So I've got all my information. I'll get my pen out right here just so you know what we're looking at, and this is where all the planets are right now in the sky. Okay, we're following the moon. The moon moves 13 degrees a day, roughly. It's going to start the day on 16 degrees. It's going to end the day on 0 degrees Virgo, covering this spot of the sky. The moon is right here. Clearly, it's at 21 degrees. But that's because I'm doing this chart for 8:21 and not for midnight, which is where I start doing all of the transits from, okay? So keep that in mind, and we're just going to look at the aspects first that the moon is making in order to figure out what is going on today. Now, the moon, what it's going to do, first of all, is it's going to make a trine to Saturn at the time this chart was drawn up for, 8:21 in the morning, Mountain Time, MDT. Because we've got the sun here at exactly 21 degrees and a trine here. They're both in fire signs, which make it a trine, also at 21 degrees in Sagittarius. Okay, the moon in a trine with Saturn brings up serious feelings, wanting to commit to our feelings, wanting to just do things that are committed, wanting to be dedicated to moving forward, perhaps to getting on some journey that we want to get on, to doing something new and exciting with Saturn being in the solar ninth house, ruled by Sagittarius. So I think we have some really serious feelings, wanting to be dedicated, wanting to figure some things out. Okay, maybe we feel a little restricted in some way, but trines are a little more helpful, better than squares. So I think it's more of an easy feeling, just like ready to get stuff done, need to get stuff done, need to work on it in some way, making some commitments. Now, shortly after, we're feeling that way, and of course committing to something new that makes us happy, because we've got the solar ninth and fifth houses here. After we're making that commitment, the moon over here moves onto the north node and to Venus. So not only are we very serious about what makes us happy, but we're thinking a lot about how we can move up in the world, do things that are going to help us, do things that we want to do, that we feel like are called to do, move us into the right direction, because that's kind of what the north node rules in some way. And of course, thinking a lot about relationships, which is what Venus rules, passion projects in some way, maybe also our gifts and talents, and how we can use all of those things in a really committed and dedicated way to move us forward and to progress and to do something that we think is important to us, and that of course makes us happy, with it all being in the fifth house, or the solar fifth house, ruled by Leo. All right, so that is a lot of what is going on today. Now, as we're trying to move forward on some things that are important to us and that we enjoy, and to do them in a really dedicated and disciplined way, there could be some unexpected things that come up, because the moon is going to run into Venus, which is in this crazy trine right now with Uranus, okay? So as we're trying to do our thing, there could be some unexpected things with relationships, with money, with things that make us comfortable, that come up out of nowhere, very unexpected, maybe being a little unsettling, that might throw us off, okay? Having to do with something very close to our identity, because Uranus is in Aries, the solar first house, having to do with just everything about us in some way, okay? Also making them a little more aggressive as they come up too, and a little more assertive. So that is definitely going to happen there. And then shortly after, those unexpected things in relationships, as we're trying to move forward, the moon is going to slip into Virgo, really helping us to find some organization and some balance as we move forward after all of this happens. I don't even know if balance is the word. Balance is more a Libra thing, but Virgo wants to be able to process all of this stuff that has come up. So I think right now we want to do things that are happy. We want to put ourselves out there. We want to enjoy life in some way, but having to be more disciplined maybe than we want to be in some ways, and also having to deal with some unexpected stuff too that is coming up, maybe throwing us off a little bit, that we're going to have to learn how to integrate into who we are, and to make sense of, and to process, and to really use in a really practical way to create the life that it is that we want. Okay, I think that is the message of today. Now, while that is going on, not talking about the moon, we've got the sun here, 24 degrees Virgo, about to come into an opposition here, Chiron, 26 degrees Pisces, okay? It's gonna take 2 days for that to happen because the sun moves about a degree a day, but we're starting to feel it as it inches closer where we're feeling uncomfortable, okay? We want to organize our life here where the sun is. We're gonna have a new moon here very soon too as the moon inches closer. We wanna organize our life. We wanna be detailed and practical and disciplined. We wanna do that as best we can. But we're feeling uncomfortable as we're doing it, as we're trying to be practical and disciplined. We're feeling like things aren't working, or like we're not paying attention to ourselves and what we really want inside, and all of that stuff as that's coming up. There could also be some confusion too about what we want and about how we feel inside as well, with Mercury and Mars also inching closer to an opposition with Neptune. I know my chart now has gotten kind of cluttered. I'll erase it just so you can see. But we've got Mercury and Mars here coming together, 8 and 7 degrees, about what, 4 degrees away from an opposition here with Neptune at 12 degrees. So while we're trying to make plans and be dedicated and be committed and take some of these unexpected things that have come up and really work forward with them, we're feeling uncomfortable and hurt about what we're doing, and we're confused about how we need to act and think. Okay, because Mercury rules the mind, Mars rules the way you act and move forward and what motivates you. And we're confused about it because we have things going on inside us and perhaps spiritually that maybe we don't understand. Could also be things from the past too, whenever you have the 12th house going on, or the solar 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. That we need to learn how to integrate into the way we act, okay? So even though we want to do things that are good and that are happy, we're really having to overcome some confusion, overcome some hurt feelings to really move forward in this right direction to do what we need. And if we can't overcome this confusion and this hurt feelings, really needing to allow yourself to explore and to be creative and to be intuitive and to not force yourself to be logical and practical all the times. I think we want to be logical and practical in Virgo, but I think with all this heavy Pisces energy coming in, you need to balance the logic and the practicality and the details of your life with some solid inspiration and some solid heart, even if it doesn't make sense, and to try to get the balance of that right, especially with an opposition, which you got going on here. Okay, so that is happening there as well. We still have Venus, as I mentioned, Uranus bringing up some unexpected things, and Jupiter here 25 in a sextile with the North Node here at 24 degrees, really helping us to open up some opportunities for ourselves, especially when it comes to relationships, making relationships with other people that make us happy and committing to things that we enjoy. But I think we're just trying to figure out how to make it practical, how to make it work in reality. What is our plan? How can we move forward? And I think it's the details right now that are a little hard for us, that we're a little confused about as we're trying to create a plan that not only works in reality, but that also feels good with us inside too. Okay, so that is what I see going on for today. Now your card for the day is the 9 of Swords reversed. I think what's going on here is that maybe you're losing sleep, maybe you're a little bit uncomfortable about things, maybe you don't feel quite right. There's something inside you that maybe just feels a little off, having nightmares in some way. This person looks like they just woke up from a nightmare. Maybe what's going on is that there are things that are coming up from below the surface in your 12th house. To me, the 12th house in Pisces rules sleep. And that's weighing on your mind that you got to figure out. And you got to figure out here, especially with the astrology, how to bring all these nightmares, all these things that drive you crazy, that keep you up at night, and to really be able to put them in place and create a plan with them that works, that helps you overcome some of these fears and doesn't let them fester inside. Maybe you have to work to understand more what is going on within you so that they don't bother you and come out in all of these weird ways, okay? I see the 12th and the 6th house as being houses of your insides have to come out eventually. You can't keep everything bottled up, okay? And the way that your life is externally, you also have to match it to who you are on the inside. And I think the message here is to pay attention to what is going on outside you and what is going on inside you, and to work somehow on how to bring those together so that you can move forward more at peace, get sleep at night, and feel more comfortable and not let them fester in the darkness. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.